Hi guys, what's going on, and welcome back to another episode of Kingdoms and Castles. So if you remember last time, we just had a Viking invasion. We managed to kill most of them, but not all of them, so we still got the Viking attack penalty, which is a bit unfortunate. But they didn't really get to do much damage. We managed to kill most of the people, so we didn't really lose many buildings or anything like that. They did do a bit of damage to my stone wall, which is kind of annoying, particularly after I literally just built it. But we'll get the rubble knocked down, and we shall get it all rebuilt again. So it's not going to be a problem. Oh, ran out of stone. Darn. So we're one block short of getting that finished off. So when we get when we get that built up a little bit more, we'll get some two towers built next to it, and it'll be a nice little formidable structure, hopefully. So another problem we had is that they can actually walk around my walls, which is kind of unfortunate. For some reason, the water... Oh, I'm now a bustling city. Okay, cool. The water is so shallow here that it can just be forded by the enemy infantry, which is an issue. So the only way I can see getting around this is going to be building piers, but they are quite expensive. So you could build a pier out and then build a wall on the pier, and then hopefully they can't then actually walk round. It's a bit of a stupid system why they can walk through water. I don't know, because I can't build on the water. So why can they walk through it? So I don't know why they allow that. That seems strange. Makes it kind of hard to defend. But we have now got a lot of excess people, which is great, exactly what we want. So we can start to build things up a little bit more, have some more buildings, etc. And we can set off more building projects. So I just wanted to check, close that, pressing all the wrong buttons today, that all my stone mines are operating efficiently. Which they should be, 50 per year and 50 per year. So we should be good. We're just not really producing that much stone for the amount that we actually kind of need for what building projects I want to achieve. I'm going to be building these up here. We've not quite got enough at the moment to build any more. So we've got those two projects on the way. What else have we got to build castle-wise? We could start to look at things like a chamber of war, so we could start to build a barracks, etc., and that sort of thing. So maybe that's something worthwhile doing. Also need to look how we're going to build this bit of wall up, possibly, and maybe we should build more forts dotted around to try and increase our sort of defence. And we could also build a windmill there, actually, as well. Could be interesting. So 2 more people stayed. So we're now back to full population. We've got 26 idle population, which is good. How many builders have we got? Only 14, so we're not really building that much at the moment. I'm still annoyed by that. We've got a bit more stone now, so we can. So I've got the hiccups a little bit, it seems. So we can build that up properly. So those two are going to be the same height, and then we can stick 2 defence towers on there. Why have I built a block there? And that shouldn't have been there. I obviously misclicked that one. Why has that happened? Well, we can build these all one high, can't we? There we go. There we go, so that's 2 proper towers there, and they can sort of act as our defensive towers for that little bit. But again, it's the same problem because they obviously can just walk around the water. So it's kind of a bit silly, really. I don't really get it, why it works like that. But still, there we go, nothing I can do at the moment, until we start to build piers and stuff. So, we're just going to save up a little bit more stone, and then we'll get access to our Chamber of War, which I think should give us a general. But then we should be able to build a barracks, which we can then include infantry to give to our general, who we can then sort of be garrisoned somewhere around here. And sort of venture out to attack the enemy. So, where are we going to stick this? So we'll perhaps have this as our military courtyard. Are we going to build that there, or is that going to block the road too much? Yeah, we'll build that there. Almost as an extension as our little castle here. I kind of wanted to build this castle up here, you see, and block this road. Put castle block there, there, and there. That might work. Could be an interesting tactic. Okay, sorry, I was deep in thought there. So we'll keep this building, and we'll see how we do. I also think while watching this, I might be going a bit funny with the green screen. I've really not got it lit very well, and that seems to be causing me a few problems with my face, occasionally sort of going a bit blurry and disappearing. So if that's the case, apologies for that. So my food production is dropping off again as well. So let's place that there. and get 2 more farms. You can put there and there. Let's have one there as well, and there, since there's a gap. Because our food production is sort of potentially tilting a little bit low because we've increased our number of peasants quite a lot and not really increased the food production, so that could be causing us some issues. Our farming sort of complex has got quite large really now. It's quite cool, quite pleased with that. Chamber of War's got quite a lot still to build. I don't think it'll let me build the barracks until I've actually built the Chamber of War, perhaps. Moats slow down invading ogres. I can have a great eat grand meals here every day. Well, that doesn't seem to really do a lot. We've already got a treasure room built. And we need to wait for this stuff to be built, which it has done, so we can have our 2 archer towers. Because they're quite tall, they get quite good range on them, so they should be able to provide a reasonable amount of defence there. We could build up this tower if we wanted to as well, and stick another archer tower there, make it all a bit stronger, but we'll see. Could also think about starting to colonise another island maybe as well. Maybe start to make some forts. Maybe we could just make like these little island fortresses. Some of these smaller ones could really just be completely cordoned off, almost like complete forts, couldn't they? You could have a castle in the middle and just build all the way around it, which would be interesting to do. So we're going to have a look perhaps about building this as my dock area like I intended to in the first place. So we have to build that there, that there. And this road is going to be demolished. Well, let's build the other road in first, actually. So place that there. And that's going to go like that. This then is going to be... I'll wait for those roads to get built. Well, no, we can. No, we don't. No, we don't. Don't need to do that. Let's demolish that road. And then demolish that road. And then we can build a castle block there and there. And that sort of cordons that bit off. That well is inconveniently placed. Yeah, that well's going to have to go, I think. Although we are kind of going to block it with that Chamber of War, so maybe we don't need to. Maybe we could just build there and have a small gap. Dragon sighted. So he's going to take a little bit of fire as he comes in from our archer towers. Ooh, the fort. The fort does a lot of damage there when they all open up. He's getting fully shot out by 3 towers. Shame we can't see his health. It's nice to know how much it actually requires to actually kill him. He's not actually achieved a lot currently. It's sort of flying away a little bit. Going to venture into range of some of these towers if he's not careful. Oh no, he's going to burn down something that hasn't got any defence. Any wells next to it. That's an error. What's that? A forester. Oh, at least they're kind of near the sea. They might be able to get enough water on it. Oh, they set the forest on fire. Try and save the forest. I don't care about the forest itself. Jesus. It's actually turning into quite a forest fire. Okay. What other trouble is this dragon going to give me? Don't burn down my mana. No. Oh, God's sake. Oh, the church is now on fire. As well as some grass. I've got quite a few people there to try and put the church fire out. Nothing that could shoot the dragon from here though. Maybe we need like a central ballista tower that can shoot really long range. To kind of be helpful. God, just die or go away. Okay, I think he's leaving. Kind of just an inconvenience. It didn't really do a great deal of damage to anything. And nothing got destroyed. So hopefully we don't lose any happiness. Oh, we drove the dragon away, plus 10. Okay. It's giving us a happiness boost. That's exactly what we want. Oops, gone on to slow mode again. So yeah, so we've got this tower. This one still wants to be built up. And there's one block missing of there by the looks of it. There we go. And we've got to have to build piers out to here. So let's have a go with that. This is probably our best cutting point in the island. So it's probably our strongest point. Where was it under? Was it under Maritime? So we've got 2 placed. So we need another 2 there, and I think we need 1 that side as well before we hit the deep water over here. And then hopefully they can't cross then, because it can only be crossed by ship, so that should make everything a lot more secure. And this is obviously deep water, so I don't think we can do anything about any of that stuff. So all these islands are actually separate islands, distinct features. So. And we've got this to be built up as well. So really our stone production is our biggest drawback at the moment. Is there any easy way? Is that a viable stone quarry? Yes, it is. So what about trying to remove these two rocks here? So let's set 2 building projects to do rock removal for these ones. And then we can get to access the stone quarry here, and we can open up another stone quarry. Should be good. And we've got these 2 piers to build here. Still got some idle peasants, which is good. That's what we really want. That's what we've been trying to sort of achieve for a long time, is get to the point where we're a bit more stable and can have enough resources to have the idle peasants spare. We'll place another tower. I'll start our wall again here, and then probably cut down here, something like that, or straight down there, and make this sort of like dock area a completely separate area. This will be our military area probably. And we can have some towers around and stuff like that. Just trying to cordon everything off. I think that's the plan. Rather than cut the whole, we're just going to cut the island up. We're not going to turn it into one big like circular fortress, I don't think. So it just makes it hard for anyone to actually attack. That's the plan anyway. If we don't, if nothing else goes wrong. So the charcoal seems to be stored over here because I've obviously gone a bit overboard on the charcoal production. Perhaps we should close one of these, since we don't need quite so much charcoal production. Really, do we? Since we seem to be still building it up, so I think we can let it rest back a little bit. So we're getting a bit more stone. So let's build up. Where is it? What was I doing? What was I building? Piers. Maritime. Okay. So on this I think we can build wall. Oh, one of our peasants drowned. It's unfortunate. We also want to build a well. Oh, we're out of stone. Wait for the next bit of stone to come in. Like that. I want to build a well next to around here somewhere. There. Just to act as a bit of a fire deterrent for some of this stuff around here, because they're kind of vulnerable, some of these buildings, and we don't want to lose any more to fire than we absolutely have to. I want to make sure that these are all still working. I don't want these to get clogged up. So some of these have been built. So let's completely remove, and then we should be able to fit in a quarry. Like that. And a little bit of stone road like that. And then let's cut down some trees here to make room for a large stockpile, which I think is what this area needs. And then this is our now full like mining area. Obviously we've used quite a few builders there, 30 builders, so that's kind of affected our job priority a little bit. And that's going to use quite a lot of jobs, and that's going to fill most of them, take up pretty much all of our free peasants again. So we might have to start thinking about building another manor house, which we're doing, just like that. Food-wise, we're not looking so good. A windmill nearby gives a reasonable output increase to all those buildings there, but I think we're going to have to build more farms to try and increase food production, because it's looking like it's a little bit low per year at the moment. We're only getting 260 per farm, and 264 eaten and by taverns as well. So we've still got quite a lot to build yet. Oh, there goes the harvest. So these piers are still being built one at a time. I don't think any more can be built. I just want to check that none more can be built. I always go for the wrong spot for those piers. Can't build in deep water. Okay, which is good. That's what we want. So we're going to build it here. We'll build another tower right on the end one as well. Maybe this end one would make quite a good ballista tower. Maybe we'll try and make that one kind of tall, but it will be asymmetrical. Can I live with that? Maybe. Maybe. We shall see. We do need to build probably a little pier here as well, because we're just getting around that side. Then we should finally be completely cut off along this stretch of the island, which is what we were trying to achieve ages ago. So that place is now open, which is good, and we've now got room for a large stockpile, which is going to go there. Awesome. So that's all looking good. We've got some idle peasants still, but we've got our manor houses under construction, so that's good, as well as our various projects down here. Have some of our builders dropped off a little bit, so that's given us a few more free people. We can certainly assign some castle blocks on these piers. So you're going to have to be 3 high, and then this end one probably be 5 or 6 high to put the ballista on. I'll probably give it quite a good 5 arc. This will almost cover this entire bay, area with the ballista then. And it should be able to fire down and hit a lot of different areas. So it could be useful. That's the problem with things like when you build a stockpile, it actually ends up requiring quite a few people to work at the stockpile. 10 workers to man that stockpile. Or maybe that's just not worth it. I'm tempted to knock it down already. Yeah, I don't want it. I don't want a stockpile there. Can have a small stockpile. Don't need that many. How many people work at a small stockpile? 2. Yeah, you definitely. I don't want to actually move other resources there. Oops. Industry. Small stockpile. Build. I'm actually then going to, once it's built, same with these, I want to limit. Yeah, okay, that's fine. So we'll just leave that like that, but I'm going to limit when this stockpile is built to just hold stone. Because that's what I want it to be. I want it just so that the workers of the stone quarries can move their stone somewhere to keep the stone quarries working continuously. I don't want them to get stuck, which is what they sometimes do. But I don't want to be moving coal and stuff like that all the way up over here. I mean, there's no benefit to doing that. That's just annoying. So wait for that to finish up, like so. And then we're just going to set everything else to 0. So all they're going to store there is stone. Oops. So we can have up to 900 stone stored, and that's what I really wanted. I don't need to store anything else. Okay, so we've got a merchant arrived, but again, nothing I really need or want at this moment. We've got some weapons. We could buy some more of the weapons, I suppose. Okay, there we go. We brought another. Why is this happiness? Go away, happiness box. Seem to have developed a permanent happiness box. So we can. So we've got our thing of war. So we can train a new hero. No staff to prepare your general. Oh. It's a little unfortunate. So I have to wait for some of the builders to finish their tasks, so we can have enough people to work at the military training centre. They've got building there, and they've got all these walls to build and stuff as well. So they've got quite a bit to do at the moment. By the looks of it. Yeah, I don't know why this sort of wall thing just doesn't seem to really work very well. It's a bit buggy, it seems, kind of how it develops. Unless you build it all like in a wanna, it seems to go all a bit funny. So that's going to be our ballista tower on the end. It's probably put a lot of jobs back into building as well, which I was trying to get rid of. I was still at 40, I guess they can only build one at a time. But at least now we've got this pier to defend and completely cut this island in half, which is exactly what we wanted. We really want this manor house to be finished, is what I need to give me more workers. How's the food situation? Okay, we're looking a lot better now. 340 that year, so I think we're looking a bit better from the farming point of view. A bit less to worry about. I think I've broken this display. That seems to be permanently stuck now there. Not to worry. Oh, I've forgotten to move my face, haven't I? Sorry, I've got my face. I'm hovering over the statistics again. I think we just had an infection. A terrible plague has swept the land. 16 peasants have taken ill. Well, we've got 2 hospitals, so we should be able to deal with most of the infections. That shouldn't really be a problem. The plague doctors should be released, and they should be able to go out and cure everyone who's ill. Should be just finishing off the house there. Just that gives us 288 beds now. Which is good. Plenty of charcoal, so everyone's happy here. There's reasonable happiness in some of these places, although it's not amazing happiness. Idle. Okay, so everyone moved in. 14 moved in. So now we've got plenty of idle people again. Good. So back to the castle blocks. Can we build this one any higher? No, we can't. So we'll build that one up to the 3 like it's supposed to be. So we're just getting stone back stored there again, which is good. We could build a small quarry in town, a small stockpile in town, which actually just moves stone. That might be an interesting idea. Yeah, that's an idea. Oh, fire! When you're right next to the well, you should be able to put that one out. That's an interesting idea. I like this. This is clever. I'm going to build a small stockpile there. Hopefully this market doesn't burn down, because they're quite a pain to build. Good. So we'll build a small stockpile here. And then once that's built, then I'm going to set that to just take stone as well. And then people are going to move stone from over the quarries in the distance and hopefully bring it here. That's 2 people whose job is going to be permanently to do that. So then when I start a new building project, there should be a supply of stone in the middle of town. That's the cunning plan anyway. So let's recruit a general. What else have we got to build? A barracks is probably the next thing. Jesus, that's a big building. Well, I need to leave room for the actual tower blocks as well. That's my other worry. And I've got to have room for a road. I've used up too much stone. So this is going to go to here and then down. So maybe we'll put the barracks in this corner like there or something like that. Because I've also got to fit another docks in here if I want to build merchant ships myself. Which I do want to do eventually because I want to move to the other islands and stuff. So we have our knight has been finished. Sir Thomas. And then we can recruit some troops with him. Okay, cool. And then we can perhaps station him around the garrison wall here, or maybe he can go over to the other island. Maybe he can man these battlements over here. Maybe that could be interesting. So what we were waiting for? Yes, enough stone to build a barracks. So Thomas can get some recruits then to help fight. So any second now we should get that, which we do. So it's going to go there, I think. Oh no, I've got a bit more room there, so we can put it in that corner there. So we need a road along that front part of the town. Like so. Oh, perhaps not. Oops. Ah! Go away. Perhaps not that piece. So castle, barracks, rotate. There. Perfect. Then when we get some more stone, we can build the wall back to completely close this, and then we can build towers and stuff in it as well, and make it sort of a bit of a fortress, and then we should be secure. I'm also going to build this tower up at some point as well. Another dragon has been sighted. I'm becoming a pain, these dragons. Coming from sort of the north. I'll wait for it to get here. It's come from a long way away. What a bit like time. We'll come to this episode to a close soon. Maybe we should end this one before the dragon hit. Should we leave everyone in suspense? Yeah, let's do that. There we go. We'll wait. This could perhaps be the thumbnail. The dragon just on the horizon. So, thanks for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed this episode. I think we're starting to get things built up quite nicely now. Things are going quite well. We've got our manor houses building it. We're getting a good population. We'll just continue to build up our defence towers. I'm just going to try and crisscross my islands with fortresses, basically. And then I think we're going to move over to start a party to move over to one of these islands, which is just going to be like a complete island fortress, where we'll just have a couple of people living maybe in cottages. And then we'll just continue to expand up our little empire. So thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like. It really helps the channel out. Subscribe for more Kingdoms and Castles content, and I'll see you all on the next episode.